So there are a lot of people out there right now thinking, Jim has a new video out. Let's see what it's about. Oh, it's about architecture? Well, that's okay. I'll just pass and catch the next one. I'm telling you right now, that is a detriment to anybody that is thinking about passing up this video. Hello everybody, and welcome to the Wolf of Bricks YouTube channel. My name of course is Jim, and if you haven't done it already, we would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe to this channel and go ahead and like this video. And if you wanted to be even extra generous, go ahead and write thank you in the comment section. It really helps us out. So let's get back into architecture. Let me tell you, we will be talking about all of the Lego architecture sets that are retiring at the end of 2025. Well, Jim, why don't you give up your source where you know this information? I'm going to be honest, this isn't, a huge secret. It might be a secret for maybe a lot of people. I don't know. I know I had a lot of people that asked me, they said, so Jim, where did you get your sources whenever you heard that the Lego Star Wars sets were being extended, the Ghost, and there was a bunch of other sets out there? Unfortunately for me, I have to keep that information close to the chest. A lot of people, if not everybody, should know I do give away a lot of information. So, I've always said my job is to do 95% of the work for you. You just need to go ahead and do that 5% to make it an even 100. So I can't share the source, but let me tell you, we're talking about these sets right now because you should already have your hit list and what you're going to buy for the end of 2024. I hope you do. If you haven't, what's your problem? Why haven't you done it already, right? So I already have my hit list for the end of 2024, and I've already started buying those sets long before Q4 is coming up, which is only in a couple months, right? But I'm wanting to go ahead and look at what sets I want to buy with that capital that I earn at the end of the year. And let me tell you, I'm really thinking that next year is going to be the year of architecture, and it just makes me so happy because that's where I cut my teeth in, right? I don't think I'm getting out of the Lego game, at least I never thought of it until this moment, but it would be interesting if I came full circle and next year was the last year that I would go ahead and just round out my Lego reselling career for architecture. But that's not going to happen, but we have a lot of stuff to talk about, and we're just getting into it right now. You're looking at Lego Shop at Home. This is the New York City Skyline, set number 21028. Retail price on this is $60. Now let me tell you, I said very early on, back whenever I started a YouTube channel called FBA Millionaire, and it later became another YouTube channel, boring is exciting, right? A lot of people are probably going to pass on the architecture sets, and the reason why I'm doing this video now is because I'm sure as heck not going to be doing this video August of 2025 and give away the secret sauce, which I'm doing right here. I'm giving the information now because a lot of people will just, to be frank, forget about it, and they'll be distracted with some Star Wars sets that are retiring, or maybe the Back to the Future DeLorean and all that other stuff. But whenever I first cut my teeth in architecture, I did my due diligence, right? I did a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. In 2012, I did every single Lego architecture set that retired, and I wanted to see what the return on investment was, and I said, whoa, these sets do really good. In addition to that, the New York sets do even better. So this right here, you are looking at the Lego architecture construction set, Rockefeller Plaza. You want to talk about a boring Lego set? This is it right here. I mean, I was into Lego architecture at the time, but even I looked at that set and I said, I am just passing that up. I am not going to purchase this at all. And of course, I regretted it. When you go to Camel 3X, you could see it peaked. Looks like it peaked around COVID. You have the COVID bump right here, and the lowest you could have got it for was $29 and change, and the highest it sold for was $300 $118. Now, of course, we don't have a pandemic coming up in the future, and even if we did, we weren't going to be, locked in our homes because of course, we would have certain civil war, and so we probably won't see that type of ROI for the sets that I'm talking about. But you can see it really wasn't that long. Once the set retired, boom, it was easily over $100. And then it's come down a lot, and it is what it is. But overall, a very good return. And we're going to talk about the flat iron building. When I saw this, I think I only had one of these because I said, listen, I love architecture. But when you saw this set, you're like, it's so basic, it's so simple. But the flat iron set and the flat iron building has a lot of history to it. Currently selling right now on Amazon for $125. When you go to Camel 3X, you could see right here, the lowest you could have purchased it for was $23 and change. The highest it sold for was $150. That is not bad. I mean, look at that. It's been a while since I've said off to the races. Boom! This is off to the races. We're going to talk about another set, the London set. Now, this set is retiring at the end of the year. Retail price on this is $40. And if you remember, if you were doing Lego back then, I had a lot of this set right before COVID. And when COVID came, I mean, look at that COVID bump, right? It was boom. The highest it sold for, which was pre-COVID, looks like $89. This is probably during COVID around $85. I know I sold a lot of the London sets, but remember, anytime something sells out and you see what the high price is on that, you could almost certainly add another 20% to that, and that's what it's going to sell at after it retires. The Statue of Liberty, let me tell you, you want to talk about a Lego set that people don't talk about anymore? There might even be some people on here that have said to themselves, I thought that set retired. Well, guess what? It didn't. Retail price on this is $120. And before I forget, make sure you stick around to the very end because I have the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that goes into a little bit more of a detail whenever we're talking about the return on investments. This set always goes off on my notifications whenever it comes to the price decrease and the sales and all of that stuff. And this is a New York set, so this should ideally do very well. Paris, let me tell you, this may be a dumb statement, probably not the first dumb statement I've made on this YouTube channel, but I especially love Paris for the Eiffel Tower. I've been intimate with the Eiffel Tower because the last architecture's Eiffel Tower that I had, because I think I had somewhere around 300 of those, but it did so well, and I really think that there's great opportunity here. You should be able to get it for under the retail price of $50 if you know what you're doing. We're going to be talking about the Himeji Castle, and after this we're going to be talking about the Great Pyramid of Giza. I almost said the Leaning Tower of Giza. That's not good. But anyway, the Himeji Castle, I really like this one out of the two more, the pyramid or this one right here. Retail price on this is $160. You should easily be able to get this for around $120 if you know what you're doing. Will this set go to $220? I think it's pretty easy for that to happen, and so you're making pretty good money there. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to go off topic for a second. This is in regards to the Himeji Castle, but the previous video I did for the Himeji Castle, right? So every quarter this year, I said I'm going to be doing a video on content creating for those people that are aspiring content creators, what to do, what not to do, things of that sort. Well, I did a video on the Himeji Castle, I want to say last August, and let me tell you, this video is doing so well, and it's because, to be honest, I really didn't give that architecture set a fair deal. It wasn't intention. This was my first take on it. And this right here, this little gray area that you can see, this is usually what my average videos perform, but you have this blue line, boom, right there. If you go to that video, you'll see so many people hammer me. They'll just say, I don't know what I'm talking about. And to be honest, You know, this was my first take. I have a different opinion on it, but you could see controversy is good for the aspiring content creators out there, and it benefited me. So far, I have $48 and change on that video. But getting back to the main topic, we're going to talk about the Leaning Pyramid of Giza. Just joking. Retail price on this is $130. I like this set a lot, just not as much as the Himeji Castle. You should be able to get this just around $100 if you know what you're doing. And when we go to the Excel, you could see right here, these are the buy prices of every retiring 2025 Lego architecture set. Now this is the plan, right? Things may change. Things may change like Star Wars did, right? As Mike Tyson famously said one time, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, right? So these are the buy prices that you should at the very least be able to pick them up for. The ROI's very conservative, 150% ROI. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this Q4. I'm excited for the following Q4, and after that, I'm just going to close up shop. No, I'm going to be reselling for a very long time, but I'm very, very excited to get back to my roots and gobble up all of the Lego architecture sets that are retiring at the end of 2025. Hope you enjoyed the video, my friends. If you haven't done it already, please go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. Once again, my name is Jim with Wolf for Bricks. Always go out there and get it.